Today we're going to be talking about the basics of how to train your dog in simple steps. The first step that we want to pay attention to is building up engagement with our dog, which is sustained focus and eye contact from our dog. The way we're going to do this is we're going to go out to one of our training areas. We're going to have our dog on leash. We're going to have some food rewards with us. As soon as we get out to that training area, once our dog starts looking at us, we're going to say good and give them a food reward. We're going to do that repetitiously until they start paying attention to us more and more and not getting distracted by things that are going on around us. So once that's accomplished, then we're going to move to our next step, which is going to be luring their obedience. Now we're going to be luring all of our dog's obedience commands. We're going to focus on the basic commands, which is the heel, walking next to you on your left side with a loose leash, the sit, the down, the stay, and the come commands. The stay and the come commands are especially important because those are our safety commands. They help us ensure our dog's safety in times where there might be things going on around us. But essentially what you're going to do is go out to your training area, same setup as before, your dog's on a leash, you've got your food rewards with you. You're going to lure your dog into all of these positions, using lots of food rewards for rewarding them when they're in the right position and doing the right thing and putting good effort into the training. And you're building up your dog's muscle memory of all these behaviors. Once that's done, then we will progress into the next step, which is starting to reduce the amount of food that we're using in training, but preserving the behaviors at the same time. Now that we've got our dog's muscle memory very comfortable with all those obedience positions, now we're going to start fading away our food or using less food in training, but preserving the behavior. So the way we do that is as we're doing our muscle memory work, we're not luring anymore, we're just using hand motions as if we had food in them for a lure, but we're not luring. And we only reward our dog every couple of times they do something right. So we're starting to reduce the interval of the rewards that they're getting. What that does is basically help your dog play the lottery system, and as they play the lottery, they maintain their behavior with that interval reward schedule instead of getting so many rewards. And this is getting your dog used to not having any rewards, but still preserving their training. Once this is done, then we're going to move into some accountability. When we're doing accountability with our dogs, the first thing we're going to do is withhold food from them if they're doing something wrong. So let's say we ask them to sit and they don't sit, we'll just say no, hold food behind our back. Once they sit, we'll say good, give them the food. Once our dog's relatively comfortable with the idea that, hey, there's gonna be a consequence for not performing a behavior that we already know, then we're gonna start implementing leash corrections. So what we do for that is, if we ask our dog to sit, for example, a behavior that our dog is already familiar with, we'll say no, we'll give a quick tug and release on the leash to implement some consequence for not completing a behavior that our dog already knows. Once our dog performs the behavior, we say good, we reward them with food. So what we do, we implement the correction, the leash correction, we follow that up with food in order to get our dog used to and comfortable with the idea that, hey, there's gonna be some consequence for not performing the behavior that you already know. And as time goes on, we do more repetitions of this. All we do is we stop rewarding after the leash correction, and then we start to correct in a more generalized fashion, more often in different locations if they're disobeying us. Once this is done, we know that our dog's comfortable with the idea of accountability and consequence for not doing something that they already know what to do. And then in that case, we're just gonna finalize our training. Now, as we finalize our training, we're gonna go into the maintenance phase of training, which means every day we're gonna be practicing these things: engagement, all the obedience behaviors we've taught, and we're gonna be implementing that accountability, that correction, if our dog's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So we're just gonna be doing this every day to preserve and maintain these behaviors and build upon them. With the more repetitions that we can do, the better. Also some engagement. Our recommendation is about 2 sessions a day, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes long of your obedience, or even easier, just combine your obedience work with your daily walks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave us a comment below and subscribe. Let us know what videos you want to see in the future.